Hi there, students. Retrospect. In retrospect. Retrospection. Retrospective. Okay, so let's see. Retrospect is a noun. Retrospect means considering or thinking about the past. So if you look at something in retrospect, you look back on the past and you think about it. Perhaps you afterwards you have a different opinion, or you view it slightly differently. I think in retrospect the past seems better than it was. Yeah, I think at the time we have an opinion of something, but if we think about it later on in retrospect or in retrospective, then it seems to be better than it really was. Very often we look at what we should have done in the past. We look back in retrospect, knowing what happened in the future. Yeah, they say that hindsight or retrospect is 20/20 vision, is very clear vision. Yeah, so you could have a verb as well, to retrospect, to review the past. A retrospective as a noun as well. A retrospective is normally a show of the work that an artist has done in their life. So this is this exhibition is a retrospective of the painting that this person has done. Or perhaps a retrospective of my videos. You would take a selection to show the types of videos I've made and the phases I've been through with the channel. Retrospective, thinking about the past. Yeah, an adjective. A retrospective view of things. We could have retrospection. Yeah, this is deliberately thinking about things that happened in the past. So he's a person who tends to retrospection, to looking back at what happened and being judgmental perhaps about himself or about other people. Okay, so retrospective. A retrospective, something that goes back in the past. Let's see. You could you could introduce a law which is retrospective. Yeah, that applies to things that happened in the past. Yeah, retrospect, to refer back, to think back, to past events. So retrospective analysis, you analyze what happened and try and think about what you would do if the situation happened again. A retrospective exhibition that shows everything an artist has done. A retrospective show. Yeah, it shows what an artist has done over many years. Retrospective feelings, retrospective opinions. This talks about things that happened in your in the past. This is acting as an adjective. A retrospective law, yeah, takes effect from a date before it was officially approved. Yeah, a retrospective. It goes back. It applies further back. Yeah, this will apply retrospectively. Yeah, the pay increase that has been awarded today will apply retrospectively. Yeah, it will go back. I don't think it's just applying laws retrospectively. I think laws ought only to be able to be from now on. yeah, if you introduce a new law. So retrospectively, in retrospect, while reviewing the past, in looking back on past events. So in retrospect, this was one of the happiest days of my life, but I probably didn't take it slowly enough to stop and smell the flowers. Yeah, so retrospect, or to retrospect, to look back at the past. Retrospective, contemplating the past, looking backwards, yeah, or something that is retrospective as an adjective. It affects or influences things that happened in the past, as in retroactive, with hindsight. And then I think retrospection, the uh, he is given to retrospection, the looking back into the past of things. So all of this is talking about thinking about the past, about thinking what happened in the past, considering past times. Let's see, formality in retrospect, retrospectively. I think I'm going to give this a 6 in formality. I think it's more on the formal side. Use it in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal or formal writing. And as to origin, it comes from Latin, from retrospicio, spectrum. Retro, look back, and spicio, to look. So to look back at. So this retro Latin is saying is where you look back at what happened. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Retrospect, retrospective, in retrospect, retrospection.